just by way of example, X% of the company's profit is going to go into an employee pool, and you will have shares in that pool, and that pool will pay you out annually or at our discretion. And so it's a way for you as a founder to share the upside, but within your control. And it's not voting equity, it's not actual shares in the company. It also further insulates those employees from any risk that's attached to the company because everyone wants the upside.
What's your take on equity for employees and when does it make sense? And how do you do it without giving away too much too fast?
When it comes to equity for employees, a couple of best practices. Number one, only do it early when you really need the team and the talent. It's a way to bait and keep and retain the talent, especially when there's upside in the company. I say this all the time and just be very careful as a founder. When you take a bite of the apple early, it's gone forever. And you only actually have less than half of an apple to give away. And that includes for potential capital injection through equity investment later. Now, that said, I am a massive proponent of employees having upside in a company's scale, growth, and ultimate value. And I believe so deeply in it that I want to share a couple different ways you can think about this that don't actually involve giving shares in the company, but rather other optionality that may make sense. So, one example is shares in an employee pool. So, you can make a commitment to say, just by way of example, X% of the company's profit is going to go into an employee pool, and you will have shares in that pool, and that pool will pay you out annually or at our discretion. And so it's a way for you as a founder to share the upside, but within your control. And it's not voting equity, it's not actual shares in the company. It also further insulates those employees from any risk that's attached to the company because everyone wants the upside, but not everyone wants the risk.
And
On that
are those shares based on seniority or
Yeah, so you wanna yeah, that's just a bit of an HR function and how you need to train like, really how you need to motivate and retain your team. And so, yeah, you generally, the higher you go up the ladder, and sometimes there's a line, like, it's only director and above or what have you, or you have to be with the company 9 months or more. I mean, there's all these types of provisions that you can write in, but when you have a pooled plan like that, it's in control of of you as the founder, like, it's in control of whoever's running the company, and so it usually is just documented internally as like, here's the criteria. And then when you hire someone, you go, oh, by the way, there's this employee pool and here's your shares and here's how it works. They're not signing anything. There's no legal obligation. It's really self-administered. It's not a regulated security. The other kind of option, and there's millions of ways to do this. I'm just giving a couple examples. You can issue profit shares in the company, which is a way to say to an employee, I will share with you profit, but not voting rights or liability. So that share, that 1 point, gets treated like a shareholder when there's distributions made, but there's very little to no exposure to liability. They can't be capital called, they can't be responsible for debt. So it's a way of committing profit from the company and directing it to one specific person or group. And that's maybe a technique that would be in between those two first ones I gave you, where it's not true equity because it's not a voting share, but it does give you a slice of the pie, right? That is not diluted in a pool. And you do have different rights that are attached to that that would be in a formal agreement. So, and there's a million other ways I'm probably missing here too, but just to give some quick examples. You should do it if you're in a rapidly growing company and you care about your people and want to keep them long term.